Hey guys, posting on my Contemplating the Cosmos channel, and I wanted to just let you know that there's something that I was thinking about in terms of kind of a warning. You know, I'm sure most of you are already aware that there's chaos in the world currently, and there's not a lot that we can turn to other than, trusting that things will work themselves out, or, we're turning to God in hopes that He intervenes, He or she or whatever. And I don't want to say He or she because that's stupid. The reality is that God is ineffable, and but we still want to appeal to the authority of our Creator, right? So there's what we might call the perfect storm. The perfect storm. Hopefully that my phone didn't interrupt what I was saying, but there's kind of the perfect storm of 2020. And if you look at kind of the way that things kind of came together, currently we are in the election process of recounting the votes. Now it's obvious that there's voter fraud, but the mainstream media, or you might call the leftist media, has been very dismissive and saying that there's no proof of voter fraud or whatever, when the reality is that it's blatantly obvious. And the funny thing is, it's almost like Fox News is more open-minded to voter fraud. It's almost, the other thing is that the left is also more open to voter fraud as being, it's okay because it's going to help them get the president that they want, or it's going to help keep the president that they don't want out. So, but it's almost like it all came to a head, like it was all leading up to this anyway. So like the absentee ballots or whatever was the means to try to be safe and not spread the quote-unquote virus. And I don't know, it almost seems like there's an elaborate scheme to really manipulate the way things are all coming together. And I'm just it's almost like I'm kind of looking at everything from a bird's eye view. There's an airplane going overhead looking at us from a bird's eye view. My freaking deep cough. I'm trying to recover from a cold, but I can almost be like an outsider looking in and realize that it all was an elaborate scheme to pit everybody against each other and divide the country. So if Trump wins, then there's going to be riots on the left. If Biden wins, there may be riots on the right. I don't really know. I've never actually seen the right wing opposition, but it's like Antifa is the left, obviously, but I've never seen the right wing Antifa, you might say, or BLM or whatever. I haven't. BLM movement is more of a leftist movement, and honestly, I feel like we are being pitted against each other as far as if there's a plan being orchestrated, it is a perfect plan because either way we lose. And so this is me contemplating the cosmos in the sense that we are put in we're being backed into a corner like a vicious dog, that the only thing you can do is fight or flight mode. And what are we going to do with that? I mean, we have to peace is the main goal, but obviously when you're backed into a corner, peace is not an option. It seems like it's not me speaking. This is just kind of the reality of people, the nature of people, and this is the perfect storm to create chaos, and whatever president ends up being in the White House, so to speak, or in power, is going to have to implement martial law potentially. And what is martial law intended to do? It's trying to, go back to a peaceful state. But, once the government militarizes the police, like full-fledged militarizes, because it seems like they're already preparing for that, people are going to start fighting the government. We're going to have a civil war. And it's extremely unfortunate that people can't look at this from a bird's eye view or outsider, just kind of seeing how everything's being orchestrated in a way to divide. And they're just taking sides, I admit I'm taking the side of conservative views, but that's because conservative often aligns more with a biblical perspective, and that's kind of where I'm coming from. So, anyways, I love you guys very much, and I want you to just be diligent, and whatever you decide to contribute to what's happening in our world, just be diligent, pray. Sometimes it seems like things are out of our hands, and this is one of those situations where it seems like everything's out of our hands. So anyways, that's kind of my thoughts right now, and I'm gonna have an interview with Brian Hoyland. Very interesting guy. I had a 45-minute conversation with him, and I'm very excited to have him on Contemplating the Cosmos. And my channel should be unlocked on 4BZ Truth after the strike, and hopefully I can stream on all three of my platforms: Facebook, 4BZ Truth, and Contemplating the Cosmos. And eventually I can find a way to upload to BitChute as well. But anyways, all right, I'll leave it at that. Have an amazing day and weekend coming up. We'll talk to you later. All right, bye.